welcome to another time of Hope Kids at Home. Pastor Tony here, and I'm so glad you guys are tuning in for some fun today as we open up God's Word, talk about creation, worship, but before we get to all of that, we're gonna play a game right now. So this month we are introducing a brand new life app called Creativity. We're gonna be looking at God's creation for today. So we have a little bit of a trivia challenge for you guys. So grab some pens and paper. I'm gonna throw on 3 different trivia questions for you guys, and you have to see if you guys get these questions right. You guys ready? Let's look at question number 1. What is the number 29,029? 29,029. Is it A, the number of species of animals on this earth? Is it B, the height of Mount Everest in feet? Or C, the number of active volcanoes in the world? Write down your answer, A, B, or C. I'm gonna give you guys 3 seconds, and let's see if you guys got it right. So, if you selected the letter B, the height of Mount Everest in feet, you got that correct. 29,000 feet up is the height of Mount Everest. Tallest mountain in the world. Isn't that crazy? All right, question number 2. This says, what is the smallest known thing in the universe? What is the smallest known thing? Is it A, a quark, which, to be honest, I don't even know really what a quark is. B, your piece of cake when your brother cuts it. I've seen some pretty small pieces before. I have a younger sister. She would always give me a small piece of cake, so they could be pretty small. Or C, an ant. Write down your answer. You guys have 3 seconds. So, what is the smallest known thing in the universe? Well, if you wrote down a quark, and here's a picture of a quark, you got that correct. Awesome job. I had no idea what that was. I would have guessed an ant. All right, on to the 3rd question for our time. What is the largest animal believed to ever exist? So we're talking about the largest animal, we just talked about the smallest thing. Is it A, the Loch Ness Monster? Is it B, the Great White Shark? Or is it C, the Blue Whale? Write down your answer. You have 3 seconds to be able to do it. Largest animal believed to ever exist. Well, if you wrote down C, the blue whale, you got that right. It is believed that the blue whale is the largest animal ever to exist. I'd be pretty terrified if one came up in the ocean, right? But that's our game for today. That's gonna prepare you to what we're gonna jump into when it comes to creativity and creation. So as we talk about creativity, I know a lot of you guys are creative. A lot of you are creative when it comes to painting and drawing and coloring. Others of you are creative when it comes to music. Others of you are creative with how you dress. Some of you are creative with experiments, with Legos, with blocks, with building things. We're all creative in our own ways. But I know a lot of times when we think of creativity, we think of this, a work of art. Or maybe when you think of creativity, you think of this. I wonder what's got him so anxious. In today's story, you're gonna hear about the best creation of all time. Actually, it's the first creation of all time, and it's where creativity all started. In fact, you could even say that it's indescribable. Well, check out the video, and I'm gonna hang out with you guys and see you guys after it's over.
Hello, I'm John, and welcome back to The Joy of Sculpting, where we take beautiful things and make even more beautiful things out of them. Let's take this sculpture of my co-host, Brandon. Isn't that lovely? So lifelike, his eyes, his hair. The detail really is marvelous. But what if we could make something new out of it? Let's see. Let's take a little bit of Brandon's hair off, like this. And we can just put that there. Oh, that's nice. Kind of squishy. And what do we have here? Oh, look. Brandon's little brain. Little brain. We'll put that right here, very carefully. And what if his ears can go here? There you go. Now let's take Brandon's happy eyes. And we can put those eyes, put them right here. Look at those wonderful eyes. Looking right back at you. What have these eyes seen? I don't know. Just put those right there. Now, what could we make with what's left? I think I have an idea. What if we make an edge right there? Yeah, and an edge right here. Well, that's nice. How about here? Oh, that's nice. Or how about here? Hey, I'm starting to see something. Here we go. Let's just use the board for extra pressure. Isn't that beautiful? It's a brick. You could build a big, beautiful house out of this brick. That's how strong it is.
Hey, John, have you seen my self-sculpture? I've been looking for it.
How nice.
Hello, everyone. I'm Brandon.
And I'm John, and welcome to
The and Show.
Well done.
Yeah.
High five. Oh, that was close.
I'll get it. I'll figure it out one day.
Sure.
So what is all this stuff that you have?
I'm coming up with some new super mutants for a new comic book I'm creating.
Oh, well, that sounds fun. How do you come up with your new mutants?
Well, I have a jar of heads,
Okay.
a jar of creature bodies, and a jar of superpowers.
Oh, and you just draw them out?
Sure,
One
I'll
by
show you.
one?
Show you. Watch this. Oh, I got a horse head.
All right.
And I'll just take this one. T-Rex body. Look at that.
Cool.
And a superpower is static electricity.
Oh, static electricity. Huh.
Yeah. Not everyone can leap over tall buildings in a single bound, Brandon.
Oh, well, that's true, I guess.
There you go. I think we'll call this guy Sir Neighborly, the Sparkosaurus Rex.
I think I can make this more interesting.
Explain how.
All right.
Mutant Melee.
What am I looking at? Hey, that's me.
No, that's your avatar. Except now you're...
Sir Neighborly, the Sparkosaurus Rex. Superpower, static electricity. Versus Panda King. Superpower, interpretive bamboo. Ready? Melee!
It's working. Static electricity. Ow. Ow.
My turn.
What are you doing?
Music.
Winner! Round 2.
All right. Who am I going to be this time? How about...
Captain Fish Breath. Superpower, Fish Breath. Versus Bat Boy. Superpower, can fly. As long as he doesn't realize he's in the air.
What does he mean I can only fly unless I realize I'm in the air?
Ready? Melee!
Ah! I'm flying! Oh, no! Oh! Ow! This is a video game. I shouldn't be able to smell it. Oh, that's terrible.
Winner!
Oh, it still stinks. Get these things off me.
Yeah, it does stink.
Great, I'm gonna have to do laundry. Oh, or maybe burn them.
Wait, before you do that, it's Bible story time with Kellen.
Hey, everybody.
What's up, Kellen?
Not much. Say, what do you got there?
Laundry from our game of Mutant Melee.
Cool. Do you mind if I use it for the story?
Oh, sure thing.
Thanks. Our story starts with the very first verse of the very first chapter of the very first book of the Bible, Genesis chapter 1, verse 1. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. The earth didn't have any shape. There was darkness over the surface of the waves. The Spirit of God was hovering over the waters. God said, "Let there be light," and there was light. God saw that the light was good. He separated the light from the darkness and called the light day and the darkness night. How's that for a beginning? And that was just day one. On the second day, God made the sky. God said, "Let there be a huge space between the waters." And that's exactly what happened. And God called the huge space sky. That was day two. But it was the next day when God's creativity really took root. God said, "Let the water under the sky be gathered into one place. Let the dry ground appear." God called the dry ground land. Then God said, "Let the land produce plants," and trees and plants and flowers sprung out of the ground. And God saw that it was good. That closes the book on day 3. But God wasn't finished. He had a whole sky to fill. God said, "Let there be lights in the huge space of the sky." And so the stars were created. And then God made the moon to rule over the night. He made the sun to rule over the day. And God saw that it was good. Day 4, boom, sun, moon, and stars. Without them, we wouldn't know what time of day it was. Think about that. Okay, stop thinking. Things are about to get wild. God said, "Let the seas be filled with living things." So God created every kind of living thing that fills the oceans. And God said, "Let birds fly above the earth across the huge space of the sky." And then God created every kind of bird that flies. And God saw that it was good. That was the 5th day. But it was the 6th day when God made his masterpiece. And I'm not talking about the platypus. God said, "Let the land produce every kind of animal: cows, horses, chickens, bugs, snakes, mice, rhinoceroses, orangutans, platypi," and it was all good. And then God said, wait for it, "Let us make human beings." Watch out, world. Here we come. So God created human beings in his own likeness. He created them as male and female. And God told them to take care of the earth and all that was in it. This was day 6. On the 7th day, God rested from all his work. But before he did that, he took a good look at everything he had created, and he saw that it was very good. The end.
That was incredible.
It really is incredible when you think about all the things God created. I mean, whether it's a huge planet in space or a tiny little eyelash. Like, oh,
Ow.
make a wish.
No, you are so weird. What? Get that away from me.
Yeah, there's really no limit to God's creativity. You can find it anywhere.
I found it sitting right next to me.
Aww. Thanks for the story, Kellen.
You got it. See you guys next time.
Later.
See ya.
What a great story.
Yeah, I
Love it.
loved how my gym shorts turned into an orangutan.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I took from the story too.
Yeah.
Reveal the question. Awesome.
Where do you see God's creativity?
Yeah, do you see it in a stream flowing through the woods?
Or in a star that's over 100 miles away?
Yeah, except stars are like millions of miles away, John.
So, over 100, right?
Right.
Talk about it with each other. Where do you see God's creativity?
And we will see you next time on The So-and-so Show.
It's right there. You can read it. It's in gold. No, my squirrel!
Okay, I just thought of another way to explain creativity. Creativity is imagining what you could do because you're made in God's image. So God made everything. He made the sun. He made the stars. He made the planets in our solar system. He made mountains. He made the sky. He made oceans. He made dogs and cats and elephants and a platypus. But when he made us, it got personal. You see, when God created people, he created us to be able to have a relationship with him. He also gave things that were from his character, meaning we have feelings and we can think. And most importantly, we are made in God's image. So imagine looking into a mirror and get up close with that mirror and really take a closer look at what you see. Because what you see is almost looking at God. Now, I'm not saying God has a beard or long hair or dark hair, but what I mean is that God gave you a smile or mouth that you can smile and make someone's day. God gave you a mouth to be able to say words so that way you can encourage other people. God gave you eyes so that way you can see other people and see their needs and you guys can jump in and help someone else out. God gave you hands. You can live on mission and help those in need. You see, when you look at yourself, it's the way that God sees you. There are a number of different ways that you guys can help others out. There's no limit to what God can do in and through you. There's no limit on God's creativity. And that's what I want you guys to know for today, is that there is no limit to God's creativity. So this week, take a closer look at the things that God has made and let his creation blow your mind. Take a look at the stars in the sky. And when you look up, imagine that it's gonna take millions of years just to get to one of them. Or lay on your back, and you would run out of numbers before you count all the stars in the sky. Listen to the sounds around you. Listen to the wind rustle through trees. Listen to a bird flying or squawking in the air. Or maybe even a cricket, and wonder, how does a cricket make that noise? Or maybe it's looking in the mirror again, but taking a really good look as far as how God made you. Remember, God's made you unique in his image. Did you know that not everyone has the same fingerprints or thumbprints? You all have different finger and thumbprints. But look at how unique God made you. And remind yourself that you're made in his image. All those things should give you more than enough to think about this next week and remind you that God is truly indescribable. What I want you guys to do right now is I want you guys to grab your family activity. There's an activity to go along with what we are talking about for today. After the activity, feel free to throw on a worship song or two. Maybe it's one from Summerfest, or maybe it's one that we've uploaded on YouTube. And you guys have a dance party celebrating that God has created you. Hope Kids, we can't wait to see how you guys worship at home with Hope Kids at Home, and we can't wait to hear all how God has moved in your life. We'll see you again next week for Hope Kids at Home.